It's your boy Anon, and today we're going to talk about something a little different. It's something that I sort of referenced a couple videos ago, where I was going into a little tyrant or a little whatever the other word is about spending money on something or trying to have somebody spend money on you is not like what's best for them or something like that, or something in that ballpark. Today we're going to talk about money, okay? Let's talk about money and why it is important to be smart with your money, especially more than ever, because money over time decreases. And you know what else decreases over time? Your time. You know what I'm saying? Every day that you waste not being smart with your money is a few dollars less richer that you're going to be when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? If you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, I've been trying to spread a lot of knowledge when it comes to money and how to be rich, because I want to see. I'm inspired by seeing, rappers. Of course, it's going to come to hip hop, because I'm inspired by seeing rappers racing each other and doing rich people stuff. Like, yeah, let's race our Ferraris. Whoever Ferraris win, gotta buy the other dude. Gotta buy a new car for the other dude. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing stuff like that, where it's just like, of course, that's not financially smart to do, but I like seeing people do that, and I want to be in that where me and my friends, we just riding around in the whips, in the Ferraris and stuff like that. It's nice to see people enjoying life with their money, because there was a time where some people took wealth, or some people who got famous and rich, like they didn't really enjoy life as much. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the whole money doesn't buy happiness. Like, you can't force happiness, but you should at least trying to have fun with it. And the best way to do it without having to be a rapper, without having to, like, if you're not interested in certain fields, or if you're not able to be popular, the best thing to do is to find a way to take the money you are getting from your job or from whatever you're doing, however way you make your money, and finding a way to flip it. But you can take some of your money and invest. When you invest, your money grows over time. Sometimes the stock market may drop and you may lose some money, but eventually, if you stay in it for the long run, your money is going to sometimes triple in money, depending on how long you keep it in there and how often you're putting in. You know what I'm saying? So how that works is, say I get a check, I put a percentage of my check into my investments. So then when I do that say $250 that I put into my investments, or whatever the percentage is, I'm just throwing a guess out, that I put into my investments, that $250 isn't just sitting there being $250. Those $250, like, all right, I need to go and make me some friends, so let me go out and look for some more money to communicate with, you know what I'm saying, to make me a better person. That's technically what the money doing. The money, like, okay, I want to be a better person. I need some friends around me. Let me go out and look for some more people. Then the next time I get paid, I look at my $250 and I'm like, dang, you done turned to $255. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what? Just because you turn from $250 to $255, here's another $250 for you. Now both of y'all could go and look for some more friends. Now that $500 could turn into $510. Dang, you know what I'm saying? And if you keep doing that, your money could keep growing and growing, and it's called the snowball effect. If you keep adding money, and then you keep getting it's called compound interest, and you keep getting returns on it, and you use those returns instead of taking it and putting it in your pocket, you send those returns right back to start making you more and more money. That $250 that you started off with could turn into $250,000. I don't know how long, 15, 20 years, depending on if you do it by percentages. So I like to do mine by percentages. I've been, playing around with it, but right now I'm doing 20%, and I'm putting that into my investment. So no matter how much money I get, that 20% has to go in my investments. So if I get a raise and I start getting, $1,000 checks or whatever, that's $200 every 2 weeks going into my into my investments instead of however much I'm putting in now. So that is what's going to happen over time. If you stick to percentages, over time, you're more than likely to make more money now, because I'm only 19, okay? So I'm more than likely going to make more money in the future than I am right now. So keeping to that 20% means that my investments and the amount I put into my investments is going to grow over time. You could go from like every 2 weeks, I'm putting in $100 into my investments. You can do that. But if you know you want your money to grow a little faster and you want to see, the snowball move a little faster, you know what I'm saying? I would go by percentages, because you don't need 100% of your check to live off of. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, then there's obviously things in your life that, or expenses in your life that are taken away from you being richer. Like I say sometimes, I'd rather be richer than look richer. Maybe you shouldn't have bought, that Gucci belt, or maybe, there's a subscription for something that you ain't actually participated in. Like, maybe you ain't watched Netflix in 5 months. You don't need that subscription. Maybe you have a membership at a gym, but you don't never go to the gym. Get rid of that. You saving a couple dollars that you could put on something else. Maybe there's some bills that you can lower. Lower those bills, free up some money. That way you can have money saved and invested. You can have, and also put some cash into your pocket and budget yourself that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to do that now too, where I'm just pretty much using my checking account to pay bills and for my investments and my savings. And whatever's left over after bills, investments, and savings is in my pocket to spend. So whether that's a couple hundred or whatever, that's what I'm stuck with for until I get paid again. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to budget yourself and make sure that your money continues to grow, and you could pretty much stack up money, because eventually, if a bill is lower, or if there's something, if you paid all your bills and you still got like 100 sitting in your check-ins and you already have the cash in your pocket, there's nothing getting took out at 100. So next time you get paid, you get in your paycheck plus the $100 left over. You take care of your expenses, and now you got 150 sitting in your checking account. You get paid again, it's your paycheck plus that 150. You keep doing that, and eventually your checking account's gonna grow. Your investments is gonna grow. Your savings might grow. The money in your pocket might grow if you don't spend every single dime that you have in your pocket. All because you're budgeting yourself. You're not trying to spend every single dollar, and you're going to stop living paycheck to paycheck. But that's it for me. I'm out. I want to talk about this because, I've been watching a lot of videos. I've been doing a lot of research, and I've been into finances for a long, long time. I've been investing in, the stock market for, I want to say 2 years. It's coming up on 2 years, maybe. Somewhere around 2 years. I've been investing in the stock market, and I've been, I was at first keeping it up, but then there was some situations where it was like, okay, like I wouldn't say I fell off on it, but I started taking money out of it, and I wasn't, thinking about the long term. But the only reason I was taking money out of it is so I can buy me a car. So yes, and I do got me a new car, but that's why. And if y'all want a car tour, I could give y'all a tour of my car, but it ain't nothing special, you know what I'm saying? But it's my baby. Anyways, I want to talk about that. And by the way, this video is sponsored by my store, AnonymousShopping.com, where you can purchase shirts, watches, necklaces, chains, phone cases, phone screen protectors. There's a lot of things on there that you can get. It's only about 50 products on there, but there are a lot of products that you will probably need, or things that you might want. I'm gonna add more products as time goes on, but right now, these are the 50 products that I'm pushing right now to get to my store. I also have shoes, I have joggers. There's a lot of things, and they're for reasonable prices. We just started a new deal or a new discount on the store where any Nike, my Air Max 90, Nike Air Max 90 essential shoes are $100, but you can get them for 20% off, which is $80. The same for my, why can't someone else just do a Simpsons t-shirt? Since it is a Nike shirt, that is also 20% off. So 2 of my Nike products are 20% off, so you can take advantage of that. It ends next Friday, so maybe you may see this video later in the future and you might miss out on a deal, but okay. That's it for me. I'm out. Too sweet.